Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Tuesday. We got a Monday Night Football recap coming for you, including breaking down last night's cheap shot. We got NFL Hall of Famer Calvin Johnson stopping by. That's going to be a ton of fun. We once again engage in supreme debate, and Rico Bosco talks some college basketball. Wake Up Barstool. It all starts now on FS1. Welcome in. Biggie, that was a crazy move.
Yeah, man.
You just...
I didn't know you were there.
Yeah, I was just doing a normal cold open.
That's the thing I do.
Wow.
A little morning stretch.
Yeah, why not?
Start a Tuesday show here on FS1. What's going on, everybody? T-Bob Baby, we got Cheah filling in for Big Cat, we got Eddie, we got Nick, and of course we got Stephen Cheah behind the desk. It's our regular Tuesday crew here, and we got a lot to get to. Really excited, as I said. Talked to Calvin Johnson. Nikki's apparently cooked up another wonderful graphic for us as well.
I don't know.
Or something. Sorry. Maybe I didn't
okay.
You've done something, or at least I've been told you have, so that should be interesting. Anyway, we got a lot to get to here. Let's talk some NFL. Let's talk last night's Monday Night Football game as kind of another stinker. On prime time, the Niners winning 20-9, overcoming 3 first-half interceptions. Bryce Young continues to be maybe the most mercurial and confusing quarterback in the entire NFL. One week he's awesome, the next week he stinks. But maybe the bigger points here, the Niners now 8-4, Panthers down to 6-6. What was y'all's? What's your biggest takeaway from last night's game?
Biggest takeaway is you said Baker's playing this week, Steven?
He can't. He should be able to play.
He should not play because there's no way you guys should lose this division. Like, no way you should lose this division.
Yeah.
The fact that the Panthers couldn't win that game is sad.
Bryce Young only beats the Falcons. That's all he does.
Steven, they gave him so many opportunities. Brock Purdy was terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
That ball they could have easily just run in.
Yes, they were terrible.
I'm not convinced he would have made it in the end zone, but he shouldn't have thrown that ball. I mean, without a doubt. It was a weird play call to begin with. It's 1st and goal. Why are you rolling out Bryce amidst the trees in the red zone? Yeah. I mean, but okay, so is this so, Eddie, I do agree with you, right? Like, the Bucs season could be a disaster, and they'll almost just win the division by default at this point. But are the Niners actually good? Or can they be good? I mean, 8-4 is nothing to, turn your nose up at, especially when you consider all of the injuries that they've had. You got to imagine that Brock Purdy, that's going to be kind of the exception, not the rule, what you saw last night. Like, is this Niners team an actual threat in an NFC that doesn't appear to have a ton of threats?
I think so. I think you're right. I think that was the exception for Brock Purdy. I think last week you saw he played really well. He just didn't have it. He just looked off. You could tell by his facial expression, too. I still like the Niners. Obviously, their defense is still solid. They're battling a ton of injuries. But I think they're totally a playoff team. I think that's – I don't know. It's them versus the North who are battling for that third wild card, right? They're that third spot.
Yeah, it's like a threat to who? Are they a threat to the Rams? Doesn't look like it. Are they a threat to the Bears? Yes. So
I don't know. Would you be afraid to be matched up with them in the first round of the playoffs?
Well, we have to play them week 17.
Yeah.
Everything could be on the line.
You're right.
So.
Oh, wow. Is that right? That's the week 17 game. Could randomly be for that wild card spot?
Yep.
Oh, man.
In San
what
Francisco.
could go wrong?
You're not afraid of that, Ed.
I'm
We were talking
Terrified of that
about the
game.
Bears-Niners game before the show, and you guaranteed they'd win.
Is it on
by 2 touchdowns, Ed.
Yeah, I did do that.
You're always so cocky.
Off air,
confident
he is
off air,
a
and you
completely
just
different
used to
beast.
bring it on
They
air.
show my fat face, and I'm like, I'm done.
Wait, what about the Now, is that a Monday night game?
Sunday night.
Okay, because I was going to say, that's a bit unlucky because for whatever reason, Brock Purdy just sucks on Monday Night Football. In 5 games, he's thrown 11 picks. The only other game in his career where he's had 3 first-half interceptions was another Monday night game. So, again,
he's the new
kind of
Kirk
the
Cousins.
aberration. Bring up the Panthers schedule real quick because
it's tough.
It's been a fun run for Carolina. We'll always have Carolina Mike. I love Carolina Mike. He's the man, but like the story ends here, right? Sure, they can beat the Saints, but I mean, the rest of that schedule, they should lose almost every game.
They're 7-10.
Yeah.
But that's something they can hang their hat on.
Yeah,
7-10 is a good record to have in the NFL. Like, that feels good going into the next year.
Gives you a little bit of hope.
Yeah.
A little bit of hope for next year.
Ooh, what about like a 9-8, Nicky?
Are you saying that because I'm a Steelers fan?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay. Sorry. Anything else in this Monday? I just don't think there's a lot of truth on the Monday night game. They had the cheap shot, which, okay, I guess that bears maybe some conversation. Juwan Jennings gets punched in the nuts. He takes exception to it. After the game, he seeks a little bit of revenge with an open-faced slap. We talked last week about with Jamar Chase spitting, like that the punishment should be a spitting firing line. Should this be the same thing? Do the opponents get to line up and just get maybe 2 to 3 free nut shots in order to balance the scales of justice?
I feel like it's on the same plane as spitting, right?
I would much rather be spit on.
Really?
You get spit on 3 times or punched in the nuts 3 times?
So here's the thing. If you get spit
true.
on, you kind of look a little weak. I can't say the word.
Yeah.
If you allow yourself getting hit there, I don't know what
the
I
other
can say
person.
on TV.
The other person looks bad. Well, yeah, I guess you also look bad if you spit on someone. So I don't know if that's entirely true. But yeah, but like nobody excuses punching someone in the testicles.
Right.
But I guess nobody excuses spitting on someone either. So they kind of sound pretty similar.
I think spitting is way more disrespectful than being punched in the nuts, but I would rather deal with.
Yeah, but punching
There
the
we
nuts
go.
is
I think
so-
that's the angle,
it's so
Chief.
Bush League. It's like, dude, really?
Yeah. No, it's terrible. I mean, I think one time in my entire career did anybody grab nuts or punch nuts under a pile.
Did
How
they
many
try
guys
and just
wore a
keep
cup?
missing or what?
What's that?
Did that happen a lot?
No, that's what I'm saying. No,
okay.
they just kept, No, sorry, Jeremy got in my ear. It was one guy. It was a guy from Arkansas. I don't know. It was real weird. And he did it to all of us. He probably grabbed like 4 or 5 nuts that game. And I'm not even talking punching.
4 or
He
5
was grabbing
nuts
and
or sets
squeezing.
of?
Sets of.
Okay,
So probably
10.
8 to 10.
Yeah.
In total. Well, except for one of my friends, 7 to 9.
Okay.
He was twisting?
Not even a punch, like a real grasp and twist. I was just kind of like,
paralyzing?
Who is this
we were like-
Razorback Twister? say his name.
I don't remember his name, but I just remember being like, bro, like what?
How late in the line were you? Were you one of the first that he got?
So we hadn't talked about it yet. I got back to the huddle and I told my buddy Will, I'm like, dude, this dude just like grabbing nuts. And he was like, he did the same thing to me earlier in the game. And so, yeah, I guess I must have been one of the latter victims of the what you call him, the Razorback Twister?
Yeah.
Cheah, anything on this Monday night game before we get into a conversation I think is going to be more relevant to y'all's interests?
Another primetime stinker. If the headline going out of the game was a cheap shot, the game was not really.
Yeah. I mean, it was exceptionally boring.
Acknowledge your crappy division.
It's not good right now. But hey, if you're selling Buck stock, I'm buying.
It's so it's very interesting here on today's panel. We have a couple of Bears fans, we got a Bucks fan, and when you put those teams next to each other, it becomes kind of a tale of two cities, right? It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. The Bucks started awesome, 5-1, kicking ass, MVP, maybe the best team in the league. They've now lost 4 or 5. It looks like everything's potentially fallen apart. Baker Mayfield, not the worst injury news, but injured nonetheless. And then you have the Bears. Started 0-2. Eddie's in the boiler room. City's in economic failure, just a complete disaster. And all of a sudden now, 4 in a row, 2 4-game winning streaks, 8 of 9 overall. I mean, guys, we'll start with Chicago. And they just beat Nicky's Steelers. Nicky, you were at the game. Boys, admit it. You're thinking about playoffs. We are 11 games in. You're in the lead, sole possession of the lead of the NFC North. It's time to start believing in this Bears team that just finds a way.
Well, we were always thinking about it. I have officially moved into just thinking.
Good. I'm glad. Okay, Eddie, I need you to admit the same.
Yes, we have to. I mean, at some point when you continuously don't believe, and then they keep winning and keep doing things, you got to buy in, and we're there.
I mean, you have to be confident after a close win over Mason Rudolph. You have to be really excited about that, and I'm happy for you guys.
And Geno Smith.
Yeah,
and
you guys
McCarthy,
you guys are dominant.
And Joe Flacco. Okay, so
it's the NFL, man.
Look at how happy Cheah is hearing that because, I
was laughing at the comment. I'm happy. I'm happy for the Bears. I want to throw out to you guys. So they're playing Friday for some reason. They're playing the Eagles. Everyone in Philadelphia, everyone expects them to lose. Can they win? What if they just win? What if you guys are number 1 seed bound?
I hadn't considered that. Yeah.
You want me to answer for you, Ed?
Yes, please.
Ed told me. Go ahead.
Dude, I don't know. Listen, I know the score. We have not beaten good teams. We have not beaten good teams handsomely either. Like, they've been close games. This 6-week stretch is going to be very interesting, to say the least. We play a lot of good teams, so my mind's in a blender. Like, I've never had a harder time talking about a team because they're 8-3, but also at the same time, I kind of know what they are. So
yeah, but what they are is a team that is consistently finding ways to win at the end. Like the Bears of old, after Caleb has that terrible decision and gets strip sacked in the end zone, which, by the way, shout out TJ Watt. That's a pretty badass way to pass up your older brother's sack record, which insane. First ever brothers, both over 100 sacks and everything. But like the Bears of old, that would have been it for Caleb. Last year, he would have unraveled. He wouldn't have the confidence. For him to come back the next drive, lead the drive they did, go down and score, and then finish the game in the manner that he did. Like, Ben Johnson is undeniably a good coach, and I keep going back to culture with this year's Bears team as to how they're finding a way. I mean, what, you're missing your entire linebacking core?
Yeah,
and
on Sunday?
Most of the secondary.
I mean, you got just a mass unit of special teamers out there, and yes, it's Mason Rudolph. But then again, it's Christmas. This is Rudolph's season. Like, if you can take him down during the autumnal winter season, that's massive. So, I mean, guys, and not only that, think about the young talent, right? I mean, Caleb's starting to come on. Colston Loveland looks awesome. Yeah. Rome's great. Luther Burden.
Yeah, like it's not
y'all
even
got
like,
a young nucleus to already be 8-3. This is good times, guys.
Totally, and it's not even like a coach speak kind of thing, but I am genuinely excited to see this offense versus one of the best defenses in the NFL. I know they slipped up a little bit this week against Dallas, but I don't know. Bring me Jalen Carter. Like I just want to see where we're at. Truly, does that
like
make
a measuring
sense?
stick?
Yes, it's kind of a measuring stick.
We don't know after 11 games.
No,
but you're right. You're right.
Yes,
I think they're good. I apologize for poo-pooing. That was me being bitter.
How was the game on Sunday?
Everybody was very nice, except for one dude who called me something again I can't say.
Oh, wow.
I had it coming.
Cheah, on the other side of this docket. So the Bears, everything's turned around, everything's awesome. The Buccaneers, everything's kind of collapsing right now. However, due to your division, you'll most likely be completely fine. What is the mental health of the Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans right now?
Not great. Everybody wants Todd Bowles fired. The offensive coordinator, Josh Grizzard, they want him out.
Y'all are going to make Baker do another OC?
Yeah, hopefully
I mean, guys,
hopefully not. I think pump the brakes. This was the hardest part of our schedule. At the Bills, at the Rams, tough games. The schedule lightens up quite a bit. We got 3 home games in a row. Obviously, Baker's injury is at the forefront, but 3 home games: the Cardinals, the Saints, the Falcons. Winnable games, even dare I say if he doesn't play. And then the Panthers, 2 of the last 3 games, which could determine the division. So the schedule lightens up a lot. They're getting Bucky Irving back this week, which should be a huge boost for the offense. Chris Godwin just came back, was on a bit of a pitch count. So things are getting a little bit better in Bucksland if you look at the schedule. But yes, 3 losses in a row, 4 of our last 5 is not where you want to be.
They were against good teams. So
it's
not like they're not going to see them again in the playoffs. You're fine, dude. It's all downhill from here.
So that's actually a very good point by Nikki there, right? Playoffs are all but assured. But are your playoff, because we were very confident in the Bucs early on that they could maybe be the NFC representative. Have those been dashed upon the rocks, the playoff hopes?
When you see them play the Rams, even, they're not at full health, which is fine. When you see them play the Rams and the game be over in 10 minutes, like that certainly dashes your confidence a bit. So
Good.
We're pumping. We're pumping.
Suffer. I want you to suffer.
We're pumping the brakes. I am optimistic. Jalen McMillan, as a receiver, has been out this whole year with a neck injury. Is on his way back, and then Mike Evans is on his way back around Christmas. So I am optimistic. We could be hopefully peaking in January. But yeah, I mean it's
You
week
need
12.
to get to 9 wins to win that division.
I would
Maybe
think
not.
I would think so, just because the Panthers and Bucks are going to play each other twice. So I would think so.
I mean, okay, yeah. So I mean,
Someone's gonna win those.
I don't think you need to get to 9 wins, but I think the Bucks will get to 9 wins.
Yeah.
It'd be hard for them to not get in the schedule.
I agree. Wait, go back to that real quick. Go back to that playoff graphic, guys, because this is interesting. This is feeling like a classic not enough oxygen in the room situation here. And it is the Bears that are kind of causing all the logjam here. Like, who would have thought that this late in the season that the Detroit Lions would be in the hunt portion of the graphic? And, like, granted, maybe the Cowboys have life. I don't think the Panthers are real. Obviously, Falcons and Vikings are not. But a big name here that feels like a playoff team is going to get left out.
Yeah.
It's one of those North teams.
How fun is it that the Packers and the Cowboys tied each other, and that could play a massive factor?
I don't think it is that fun.
My brain, I can't wrap my head around that. Have you done any of the scenarios?
I mean, you go through, conference record and all that, but there's still a lot of football to be played. But that throws a wrench in the whole NFC.
Maybe the Bears spot a bit more tenuous than I was giving credence to early on. What about Friday's game, guys? How you just kind of talked about it? Is this like a house money game? Like, I would say this. I would say the Eagles right now, the defense still championship caliber. The offense is really sputtering. But they still don't turn it over that much. I wonder, that's how the Bears made a lot of headway. The Bears defense is banged up.
Yeah, you want to win the game, but it kind of is, right? Because you play the Packers twice still, and you play the Lions once, and you play the 49ers. So you still have a lot of your destiny control, even if you lose this game. So
It feels like the Bears just have to go 500 because that gets them to 11 wins. That should be enough. So you split the Packers, you hopefully beat the Browns. You got to find one more win in there somewhere.
But going 500, going 3-3 at the end of the
tough.
End of the stretch is going to be hard.
Yeah,
like really hard. I saw someone tweeted a comparison of Baker and Caleb to you. Did you check that out or no?
Yeah, I mean, there's a.
What do you think about that?
I mean, there is quite literally a stat in there, quarterback rating, that compares them, and Baker still passes him. So Caleb's had a great situation with the head coach.
The situation.
With the situation and the head coach and all his receivers being healthy, we haven't had that luck. I mean, as Bears fans, for one, assuming full health, would you rather have Caleb to win one game or Baker Mayfield to win one game?
Caleb.
I don't
Unbiased.
Yeah. What if it was one play at the end of the game?
I'd still take Baker.
Did you forget the beginning of the year?
Baker's the fourth quarter god. So
You'll change your mind.
He's a comeback guy. I like what Caleb's doing. I like what Caleb's doing. I see what Cheah's saying about Caleb's stats, but I do think, kind of like we mentioned, from a game flow perspective, from a toughness perspective, he's really growing. Like, again, I think past Caleb would have folded after giving up that touchdown in the manner that he did, where he made the ill-advised decision, ball out, fumbling in the end zone.
I mean, Cheah just said they're trying to fire the offensive coordinator. They're not trying to do that in Chicago. So.
All right, coming up next, guys, let's talk to Megatron himself. That's right, NFL Hall of Famer Calvin Johnson. Right here on Wake Up Barstool. Don't go anywhere. What's happening, guys? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool here on FS1. And the coolest part about this job is we get to talk to people that I never thought I would have ever got to interview in our professional career. And today is no different, as we got the man on, NFL Hall of Famer Calvin Johnson, dude, one of the best players to ever do it, certainly one of the best we've ever seen. Georgia Tech great, Detroit Lion great. Calvin, what's up, man? Thank you for joining us today.
Good morning, guys. How y'all doing?
How's the vibes at the Starbucks right now? Pretty chill?
It's chill. I mean, hopefully this music ain't too loud. They vibing in here, though.
No, you sound great.
You
sound great. I always feel bad for the Starbucks employees in the morning because, like, essentially they're drug dealers, right? I mean, we're all there for our caffeine hit, and like,
Yeah, but they get to meet Calvin Johnson.
they get to, okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's a lucky day. But the majority of the time, it's people coming in and just being pissed about like their double pump of peppermint.
Right.
Do you ever get people like challenging you, like they toss you the creamer to see if the hand still works?
Oh, people are gonna throw stuff at you all the time.
People love throwing stuff at me. They love testing me. The hands are still sharp.
Wait, actually, okay, yeah, that's a good question by Jeremy. Calvin, does anybody know that Calvin Johnson is sitting in the Starbucks right now?
No, there's one kid. He was probably like maybe a high schooler that came in. He couldn't even say anything. The guy I parked next to, he just started laughing. He just couldn't say anything.
You're just checking his cup to make sure it is actually.
All right, man. So look, this is a great week to talk to you. Obviously, I mean, we got Georgia Tech coming up this weekend. Thanksgiving games, Detroit Lions special. What were your favorite kind of Thanksgiving game memories? What's it like playing this game every year?
Man, I just think about growing up, watching these guys play. Barry back in the day, just growing up, and it was just a part of Thanksgiving, and to be a part of that tradition, people in families, households throughout the nation, it's pretty dope, to be on that stage. So knowing that, we're that first game at noon or whatever time, 12:30 that game is, you obviously just want to put on the show.
What did you do your first year of retirement on Thanksgiving? When all of a sudden here you had your entire day to yourself like the rest of us. Little Macy's parade in the morning. Did you make a bird? What'd you do?
You know what? That might have been the year they had me at the Macy's parade. You would probably know better than I do because I can't even recall right now. I might have been in the Macy's parade that year.
You were in the Macy's
not the
parade?
Macy's, but the parade in Detroit. It's not the Macy's parade, but the big parade in Detroit. I don't know if I was in it the year after I retired or what year, but honestly, I don't even remember what I did. I do know that I had my deep fried turkey in that butterball, though.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Were you guys excited to get that turkey leg after the game? Like, where he's like, oh, I'm like genuinely hungry?
I was excited to get the turkey at home 100%, because, my wife or my family, my dad, somebody was cooking, they had all the fixings with it. So I was definitely excited. And I actually played that game extra hungry, so I got home and I was smashed.
There you go. Kelvin, what have you thought about more? Playing for Dan Campbell's Lions or getting a situation like Matt Stafford has had where he had a change of scenery?
I've definitely been tuned into our Lions. I see Matt. I don't really catch all their games unless they're playing, one of our, NFC guys or something like that. But definitely, man, I can only imagine our team back in the day having a Dan Campbell coaching staff. No disrespect to the coaches I have prior, but man, the energy is great around that building. When I go around there these days, it's just it's phenomenal the level of coaching that they have there. All those former professional coaches, and the way that those guys are able, they're coached so well because you can see the next guy up mentality that they have. The next guy up is able to come in and contribute right away. We see Harper doing it last week. He's been doing it the last couple of weeks. But, it's nice to see. And the culture's everything in this sport. And the success that they have, a big part of that is because of the culture.
Yeah, it's kind of insane because you mentioned X Man Up. It's almost even like that with the coaches themselves, right? Like Aaron Glenn leaves, my boy's Kelvin Shepard takes over. He's kicking ass now at DC. Like it's top to bottom, just really solid in Detroit right now. Even though I guess, it's been a little up and down this year. Have you found anything that you would point to that's maybe led to some of the Lions' inconsistency right now?
I'm always, I love what our defense is doing, what Coach Shepard is doing. Johnny Moore on offense, the offense just, they've been up and down, at the end of the day. If our offense is putting up points every game, as we saw last year, they're tough to beat, So it's just a little bit of inconsistency there. I'm not going to point out any individuals or anything like that, but offense does have to be a little more consistent. We need more points on the board. And they know they've been in these situations. Like I say, I'm not here to fix it or say who and what it is. I just know the offense needs to pick it up a little bit.
Calvin, you obviously have one of the best nicknames in football, Megatron. I have a list of other Decepticons here. Can you tell me if they'll be a good or a bad NFL nickname?
Go ahead.
Sludge.
That's terrible.
No, dude, that's a big nasty nose fart right there. Sludge.
I take that back. I take that back.
Sludge is all right. What about
My
Blitzwing?
perspective is coming from a skill guy, but if you got like a nasty D-line.
Sludge would be a good D-line.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Blitzwing. I think that's a no-brainer. Gut.
Right. It don't ring. It don't roll off the tongue.
Doesn't roll off the tongue. Gut Cruncher.
Come on, give me more.
Thrustinator, Calvin. What about Thrustinator, my friend?
That's around the industry.
Thundercracker.
Come on, man.
Grinder.
All right, great. I guess. Oh Lord.
No, you can't do
Where's
Grinder.
Gruden?
Yeah, Grinder.
You can't do Grinder.
Bad SEO.
And then Erector. Dude, I think you got so lucky with Megatron.
Hold on. Are these really Decepticons?
Yeah, these are Decepticons.
Thruster.
These are some obscure Decepticons.
Thrustinator and Erector.
Yeah. I was on the wiki deep this morning.
An erotic tag team. Cheah, what do you got?
Calvin, you're talking about next man up. Obviously, JSN's having a monster year. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, some of the best receivers in the league. Who are some other guys, maybe some young guys that you think could be the next great group of receivers?
The young guys that can be the next great group. If Neighbors is able to stay healthy, he has a lot of great potential. And Jigba, as we talked about, my guy down in Tampa, number 2.
Oh yeah, Egbuka.
He was fishing for that.
That's what he was doing.
He's a Bucks fan, Calvin. He's a massive Bucks fan.
What do you like about his game?
There's a couple guys. I mean, he's what's his size? He's like a 6'3" guy, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a big guy. He can run. He can make plays on the ball. Man, I love how he's making plays on the ball this year. He's a rookie, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I love how he's making plays coming out as a rookie. So he's gonna have a ton of confidence going into year 2, which should be a big year for him down there with Baker. So I think he has a lot of upside there. I do like my man in Carolina. Was number 4. I don't even want to butcher his name, but I think it was Max. Oh, yeah. That young man. He has a lot of upside. I feel like I liked him coming out of college. But I'd say those young 4 guys. There's definitely more. But yeah, those are good contenders right there.
Calvin, I want to ask you about Jackson Smith and Jigba because he's on some pretty insane paces right now. Like,
yeah, man,
like
he's
even comparable to your season. Like he's like chasing that 2,000-yard record. But your dominance to the layman was always obvious because you were just so big and badass and like so physically dominant. How is Njigba having so much success? When, he's 6 feet tall, right? Like, how's he creating this level of consistency?
There's the optimal size. I'm not going to say there's an optimal size to a receiver, but, if you're on if you have a smaller frame and you can run and you're strong, that's almost like an optimal frame. Whereas, my size, it's easy to grab a hold and hang on. But, somebody of a smaller frame definitely can make guys miss at the line of scrimmage and not get touched at all with that smaller frame. So with that, if you can't touch a guy and the guy is running and your guy is shifty and a guy can make plays on the ball in the air, good luck.
Calvin, you at the combine in somebody else's shoes ran a 4.35 40. You're 40 years old now, but in modern day, we see LeBron playing at 40 and things like that. At this age, at 40 years old, what do you think you could run?
Man, one, I feel like my kneecap might pop off. But, man, I probably could hit I definitely could run a 4.6 for sure. I can run a 4.6 probably right now, so I'm not staying in decent shape. If I train, I can probably run a 4.5.
Wait,
I don't know, man. I'll probably run faster. I don't know.
Calvin, I did want to ask you this: in your prime, Jahmyr Gibbs hit 22.5 miles an hour Sunday. That was that overtime run was insane. Do you think you're faster than Jahmyr Gibbs in your prime?
I don't know.
Okay. Watch the angle the safety takes here. He's running backwards and he still gets outrun, dude.
Safeties, they're still learning Jameer. Like the angles that they think they got to take, they just need to, add a couple more degrees to that.
Hey, Georgia Tech coming up this Friday, bruh. The Tech had Georgia last year. Last week, that was disappointing. That was disappointing. I know. Where's Tech Nation at though, right? Hey, this is a golden ticket game, Calvin. You win this, I know this got to make it feel a lot better.
It's always the hell with Georgia. When it comes to this week, I'm disappointed that we're playing this game at Mercedes-Benz instead of at the flat.
Yeah.
It's our turn. It's our turn to be at the flats, but I guess it's a money thing probably at the end of the day. But we hopefully last week really, really pissed these guys off.
Yep.
I know they're going to be pissed off going into this week just naturally. It just comes with the territory. But hopefully that puts something in them that, and then obviously the memories of last year, the heartbreak. I mean, I was watching every second of that game. Almost broke my TV at the end.
Bruh.
So I think it's going to be a more competitive game than we think. Based off of last week, I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, we're going to get trampled upon." But I think, like I say, it's a rivalry game. I expect us to have a good showing. I'm going to be there, so I can't wait for it.
Yeah, it's been a good 2 years in this series. People don't remember 2 years ago how good that game was with the Tech team that was still very much on the rise. So I love what Brent Key's doing there, man. I hope y'all beat Georgia's ass.
Hell yeah.
Before I let you go, Calvin, you do a lot of great work with the Calvin Johnson Jr. Foundation. You help students in Detroit and Atlanta. You recently auctioned off a truck. What is the Calvin Johnson Jr. or they're auctioning a truck? Excuse me. What is the Calvin Johnson Jr. Foundation, and how can people get involved?
Yeah, we started my mother and I, we started the Calvin Johnson Jr. Foundation in 2008 with the main premise of being able to give back to our community, especially those student athletes that are doing the right thing there, and organizations, churches that we have synergies with. Our primary initiative is giving scholarships between Atlanta and Detroit. We do 5 to 6 each year. We've been doing that since 2008. So just really focused on helping these young men and women become the best versions of themselves and have the best impact they can on our society. So just really trying to put them in front of mentors and expose them to new things so that they can, like I say, expand their horizons. Because, like I say, we never know how good we can be at anything, until we give it our best shot. So let's allow these kids to, have an opportunity, expose them to new things, and that's what we're doing. With what we're doing with our foundation and those that support us. So I appreciate you giving me the time to just, to bring that up. And also, I think you mentioned Real Truck. We have a great opportunity with Real Truck, that we have synergy there with the things that we're doing in the community. And they're auctioning off a truck with my likeness on it, with my whole, with the whole Megatron, the purple, silver, blue scheme. It's going to be auctioned off, I think maybe next year, actually. And all the proceeds are going to my foundation. So kudos to those guys for believing in the things that we're doing in the community and those that are, and all those partners that are with us. So shout out to Detroit Lions, Shift Digital, and I'm just trying to think of our big partners, Stiefel. So those are our big partners that helped us push this thing along. So.
Calvin Johnson Jr. Foundation.com is the website. Look, I'm sure that truck's going to sell well, but what if it was a Thrustinator truck? I mean, just think about it. Hey, Cal, I can't thank you enough, man. Like I said, this is already really cool to get to talk to you, and you've been super chill, super fun. You're the absolute man. Thank you for waking up with us so much, man.
Y'all have a great day, man. Happy holidays.
Right. Enjoy the Starbucks. Happy holidays, man. Calvin Johnson. God, he was cool.
The man.
You never know how those are going to go sometimes,
I
right?
know. Yeah.
Oh, God. Great job. Great job. I love Calvin Johnson. Even more than I ever thought I did. All right, more Wake Up Barstool. Don't go anywhere. Who needs a win more? Let's talk some college football. On the other side, you're watching Wake Up Barstool on FS1. What up, y'all? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool here on FS1. All right, let's look forward to Saturday. So, I mean, this week of football is insane. We got Thanksgiving Day football. We got Black Friday football all over the place. Also, rivalry week in college football after a rather sleepy Saturday. And we've come up with a couple of topics here. First, we're going to look at some of these games, maybe debate which coach needs to win the most. And then we'll talk about some of the potential playoff teams, whether they did enough last week to state their case to get in. You're Fighting Irish. We'll come up here in a minute, Chief. But first, if I were to offer you who needs to win more, between Ryan Day against Michigan, Kalen DeBoer against Auburn, and I'm going to go rogue here and throw in Lane Kiffin against Mississippi State. Who needs to win the most out of that crew right there?
Explain it real quick. So are they in, though, even if they lose?
Alabama? Ohio State will be in even if they lose.
Yeah, obviously.
Alabama will not.
Okay.
Alabama would be out.
Makes it a very good question.
And then Lane Kiffin, well, who knows what's going to happen.
Parting gift?
Well, I mean, it's crazy to me because, like, I think you could almost argue that Lane needs a win, even if you're going to say, well, T.Y., why does he need a win? He's going to leave. He almost needs a win for his reputation at this point, right? Because the only thing that is keeping people from just fully lambasting and hating him kind of universally is that they've continued to win the entire time. If he blows this against Mississippi State, puts their playoff spot in peril, and then leaves, I think that would reflect very poorly on him.
I'm going to eliminate them because I think he's staying.
I think he's probably staying as well.
Yes.
All right, I'll say it's Ryan Day because if Kalen DeBoer loses, he can still fall back on the Penn State job.
That's what I was kind of thinking too.
Yeah,
he just goes to Penn State. He's like, you know what? I don't like
Ryan Day is just even if they go on and win the national championship, he has to hear it from the Portnoys of the world. He's a loser for another 365.
Dude, that's the most fair trade in the world. You lose to Michigan, you have one loss, then win the national championship. I would take that every time.
We were talking.
Maybe I don't understand the rivalry as much.
Ohio State was saying that like this is the only game that matters. Like he is. They have to win this game.
I put him on a lie detector. Would you rather beat Michigan or win the national championship? Who is not?
I think he picks Michigan.
I think he picks. They already got the national.
I don't think they're.
I was going to say they've got that. They've got that Infinity Stone. They have not worn those golden pants in so long.
And Michigan stinks.
I don't think there's a person who needs something more on this planet than Ryan Day needs to win against Michigan. That's like feeling why him personally.
I get your disconnect though, Nikki, because you're right. Like this speaks to the rivalry. Because it's not a functional loss that much if they lose.
No.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. Still go to the Big Ten Championship, still be in the playoff. Look what they did last year. They won the Natty, like you said. But contextually, he needs this thing.
But is there a better thing to do to your bitter rival than just let them know they actually don't matter? You don't affect us at all.
But they do.
I know. I know.
They do.
Jay, what do you think? You're a resident college football expert.
I mean, yeah, maybe I think I stand with Nikki. Like, I'm not was last year by these standards a failure for Michigan State or for Ohio State because they lost to Michigan but won the Natty? Like, that would be the same script this year.
Yeah, but I think
they were ready to fire Day. They were absolutely ready to fire Day if he had slipped up anywhere.
won.
He threaded that natty needle last year. I think, but okay.
He has beaten them before. I mean, it was 2019, but it's been a while.
A rich person turns out generally always just wants more money, right? Or wants what they can't have. And yes, Ohio State has everything. They've got the ring. It looks like they're going to go back-to-back national championships, but they don't have any golden pants. They haven't had golden pants for over 4 years now. An entire signing class came and went without ever donning those golden pants. I think a lot of Ohio State fans would actually take this over a national championship, which is insane.
Listen to what you're saying. They didn't get the pants.
But this is the NFL. But this is kind of the NFL mindset versus what I believe college will get more there with the larger playoff where it becomes more about the end. But for 100+ years, it's always been about the regular season games themselves. So I think we're still having a bit of like cognitive dissonance there. And this is the biggest rivalry probably in the country.
That's totally fair. Just, once national championships and rings, and that's how seasons are judged. But yeah, I guess to your point, for 100 years it hasn't been judged that way. But
even though
to me, that's crazy.
One thing I found interesting about Lane Kiffin, he had some comments basically saying that, look, players nowadays understand the kind of transient nature of these jobs and taking the bag, and they go everywhere, so his players aren't too, like, distracted or anything by all this crazy talk. I wonder, I don't know. Let's put a pin in that. I wonder if that's if that will hold true going forward, if this Ole Miss team comes out locked in.
What's your Kiffin meter?
So if it was anyone else, I would believe fully that he was going to Baton Rouge, based on what I've heard. But there's the two elements of, one, it's Lane Kiffin, and he's got a real Heath Ledger Joker energy to all of this, where it's just pure chaos. You can't really, I don't know what to expect. And I just find it unfathomable that you could go 11-1, be a top 5 seed, go into the playoff, and leave that school for a team that is markedly worse right now. And in a day and age where, like, LSU may still be a better job, but I think that NIL and transfer portal has compressed a lot of the differences between all these jobs.
You sound sad.
Yeah, look,
Overall.
the Pelicans are like 2-15. The Saints are
Oh, they won last
2-9.
night.
They did win
They
last
beat the
night.
Bulls.
But why did Derek Queen only play 16 minutes?
Tell me
the
about
data,
it.
dude.
Played the least out of the 9 guys. Horrible.
That's insane. All right, let's go to break. When we get back, who did more? Did they get their spot in the playoffs? Keep it locked right here on FS1. What's happening? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. Closing hour 1, so it's in college football. Did they do enough? You know, that's all we want to do here in life, is at the end of the day, can you look in the mirror and know that you did everything that you could to accomplish your goals? And with that in mind, if you look at teams like Oklahoma, BYU, Utah, Notre Dame, Vanderbilt last year, all playoff relevant, all having very good years, did they do enough last weekend to state their case? Chief, we'll start with your Fighting Irish.
Yeah, hanging 70.
Yeah.
I think that was enough. Getting up 21 before touching the ball on offense, I think that was enough. So Notre Dame, I know everyone likes to pick apart the schedule, but they are on, a 10-game winning streak now, or a 9-game winning streak. They're going to finish 10-2. They're probably going to have a Heisman finalist, maybe the Heisman winner, Jeremiah Love. Notre Dame has to be in the playoff.
Yeah, so it's interesting. To be clear, I think all these teams have done enough in a fair and just world. But you got the ACC in the group of 5 that's going to take spots, and somebody's going to get left out. I think Oklahoma for sure did enough. That defense is awesome. 17-6 over Missouri, maybe not the most exciting game, but the defense is so dominant. Mateer kind of sucks. He's very average. Yeah. I keep thinking he's like more of a gamer than he is, because he has a gamer feel. But again, the defense is unstoppable.
Yeah.
And they haven't even had our Mason Thomas. He's going to come back. LSU's offense is god-awful. They'll beat LSU. They'll be 10-2 with a great resume. They're going to go. So I think Oklahoma for sure, and Notre Dame probably. The Miami thing is kind of interesting.
That game was so long ago, it doesn't count.
I know, but I'm just saying. But you have
It was too hot.
Has to matter, dude.
That was too hot outside. That was a different season. So now, if they're playing at 100 degrees with 80% humidity, maybe that's an argument. Neutral field, Notre Dame wins that game.
Does anybody have an opinion on BYU? Because BYU could finish 11-1, play in the Big 12 championship, and potentially lose to Texas Tech again, which would put them at 11-2, but with a championship game loss. I think 11-1. I think they got to get in, but I'm not sure if there's room, because then there's Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt, if they take care of business against Tennessee, that'd be another massive win. Diego Pavia's making a super late Heisman push here. I mean, to me, out of the teams we named, Utah is maybe the only team that I think has just stumbled a bit too much in a conference and maybe isn't quite good enough for them to get an at-large bid versus these other strong.
How many of these 5 get in?
3 for sure. Well, is that right? Yeah. I'm willing to say 3. Yeah, probably 3.
Okay.
Probably 3. It depends on if the Big 12 is going to get 2 teams or 1 team in.
Notre Dame, Oklahoma, and who?
Notre Dame, Oklahoma feel like the strongest of the bunch. I mean, I still I hate the SEC. People think I'm SEC biased, but if I do hate even that. I heard that scoff.
I don't believe you.
That was so dismissive. What do you mean? I hate every SEC team that's not LSU. I want them all to lose. I think the SEC is way too pumped up on its own farts all the time. Look at last year's bowl season. Big Ten kicked their ass. That said, if Vandy goes 10-2, guys. Are we really going to hold Vandy out in the playoff?
Yeah, I think, listen, BYU, they have their path. They got to go do it to get in, I think,
Yeah.
personally.
You think they got to beat
Yeah,
Texas Tech in the
still-
Big 12
still win the Big 12
championship?
championship.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk.
Yeah. All right, Supreme Debate kicking off hour 2 here on Wake Up. This is Wake Up Barstool on FS1. Every single week we do this, guys, and if you're watching out there, we encourage you to screenshot it and share it. This is a segment where we have the conversations that no other morning show is willing to touch. This is Supreme Debate. All right, let's see who it should lead us off today. Chief, you're sitting in for Big Cat. What do you got?
Yeah, I just want to know who is the more annoying fan that you have to deal with. Is it Dave Portnoy with Michigan if they win, or is it Ohio's Tate? Because that's a little inside baseball here. But Tate is so on his high horse about Ohio State. It's the only thing he thinks about. I think he wears Ohio State merch every single day.
Every day of his life.
But Dave Portnoy has too many good things going.
Yeah, but one of those guys signs my paycheck.
The other guy makes me do terrible things.
Who am I going to pick here?
Fair
That's
point.
a tricky one.
Fair point.
True. Tate did make me drink half a gallon of milk while running a mile as hard as I could.
I did that and puked.
But no, I would rather Tate win.
Okay.
I would rather Tate win. I again, like you said, between the Patriots right now.
That's what I mean.
Michigan still somehow being like kind of good, even though it didn't look like they were going to be any good. Everything just keeps coming up Dave constantly. Like this is all Tate has.
Yeah.
Dave just bought what, a $25 million house in Florida?
This is all Tate.
I think we can give this one to Tate.
He has nothing else.
Tate's out here grinding for 7 hours in a corn maze strapped to Ben.
He has nothing
reading the
else.
map
I've never
inverse.
thought about that.
All right, Eddie, what you got?
Yeah, listen, I don't really know where I'm completely going with this. All I know is that Chip Kelly just got fired, and he's a guy I never want to lose when it comes to football. So I'd like to clone Chip Kelly.
Just now, what I've always found Chip Kelly's body type to be particularly enjoyable. He's very
Rotund?
yeah. He just looks like I'd like to snuggle up next to him, almost like a Santa Claus type deal a little bit. But it's him and Jimmy Sexton. They've got the exact same body.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I look at his, I love to go on Wikipedia and see, like, all of his stops. Like, he's had a fascinating career.
He had that one Eagles game.
Exactly. Oregon, Eagles.
I
the
forgot
49
about the Eagles year
Yeah.
where they were good.
Yeah, 49ers for a year. UCLA was a coordinator for Ohio State last year. Raiders, like, he's just a guy that
University
I
of
hope
New Hampshire.
Yeah, exactly. I just want him to pop up in 2050 and be like the OC at Arkansas.
I hadn't considered this, Eddie, but you're so right. Like it's gonna be a sign of my inevitable death when Chip Kelly's no longer in football.
Yes.
He's been
got-
there my entire life.
Yes.
He's got to transition to like those Madden tournaments. I feel like that's his wheelhouse.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you're right. I just love going on Wikipedia and seeing, like, do you know Laquan Treadwell's still in the league?
Bro, my buddy on Sunday texted me about him being a beast on kickoff. And
Yes.
I'm like, wait, what? What do you mean? Laquan Treadwell?
Yes.
I love to see that.
Yeah, right? Like, I thought he was gone. Like,
God, I thought he was going to be so good.
So
too.
did I, dude.
Oh, he was so
did
good
I.
in college.
Great in high school.
Yeah.
got his leg snapped.
South State, right?
Crete Bonet.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, is he?
Local guy.
He's
He's an
an
Illinois guy, yeah.
Local guy.
Okay. Hey, shout out Frimmed. The Vikings made it all the way to the semis before falling to Mount Carmel. It's a Mount Carmel beast.
Yeah.
Apparently they have like 1 million D1 guys.
They're-
All right, my Supreme Debate. I saw this. I was at a fast service Mexican place, Paris something, last night, which, by the way, incredible fast service Mexican. It was so freaking good. I've been there more. I love it, guys. Like, I genuinely love it.
You don't say.
Everything I've gotten on the menu, I've been like 5 or 6 times now. It's so good. I freaking love it. But as I was sitting there eating, me and my son, a guy came in and he got a soda with no ice, a small soda with no ice. And to me, I believe you are a sociopath if you go soda, no ice from a fountain machine. This is a debate, however, because I know the internet would say that maybe a lot of people do. Does anybody in this room do this move?
It's a frugal move. You get more soda.
Oh, see, okay, but no, only because it's free refills.
Did he get it to go?
He got it to go.
Well,
But in a small cup, but a small,
A small.
a tiny little water cup size soda.
I was a no ice guy for a long time.
What?
Yeah, I just think, and then the ice can water it down. However, I've turned into a light ice guy.
This is like a very European type of move. They don't do the ice over there. So
Yeah.
they get more bang for your buck, a little bit more flavor. I like the ice, and I like to crunch it too.
Yeah, bro. I have to have the ice. I like to fill it with ice and then fill in the cracks with the soda.
Really?
Yes, dude. Yes. That's one of the great
How many trips are you
pleasures of
making up to the
life.
machine?
3 last night.
Okay.
I've never been a. I've just been like a water guy for my entire life, and recently I guess I've started drinking like diet sodas and. Kinda love 'em.
3 sodas is crazy.
That's
Bro, I told you.
Was it the size?
it's
Was
really
it the
only
amount
one.
of one? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But also, it's like it is a situation where I denied myself any like soda for so long that I am going a little obsessive, a little bit here.
Max, who works here, has been torched for getting 2 sodas once. 3 sodas.
Dude, there was a lot of ice, okay? And the torta was delicious, and I put a lot of spice on there.
At a self-service machine, do you think it's crazy to get the largest cup?
What's that?
Do you think it's crazy to get the largest cup?
No, I don't
that's
want to
a
be
gluttonous
walking up.
move.
Because
I don't want to be walking up 3 times. What's more gluttonous?
No, Eddie's right. Eddie's right.
Just
Just
having that mega cup is embarrassing.
I have a friend who'll always get the mega cup. I'm like, dude, you could just get more. He's like, nope, I don't want to get up. I'm like,
wow. Okay. Yeah.
paying more to not get up.
Gluttonous on 2 levels, right? You got the big cup, and you don't want to move.
Yeah.
So everybody here is cool with this? The no icing? Okay. I stand corrected.
I like ice.
stand corrected.
Visually, the drink doesn't look good. With
No,
ice.
no. And it can't be cold, can it? I don't know. Maybe.
It could be cold.
It's cold.
Yeah.
It is cold.
I've just assumed it was warm this whole time.
It comes out hot.
yeah.
All right, Nick, what's your supreme debate?
Yeah, I think NFL records should have a 4th column. It should be wins, losses, 1 possession losses, and ties.
Hell
for
yeah.
a coach and for coaches' jobs. They're like, look, I barely had any losses.
Yeah, dude. Look
And
how close
this
you
has
were.
no impact on draft. This has no impact on anything except for feelings, which are very important.
But then Matt Eberflus might still have a job.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's gonna be a real problem.
Yeah, no, I just give me more stats.
Yeah.
I would like a stat to find out who was just the most unlucky person of all time when it comes to sports.
Right.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
interesting to see.
Bad calls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like bad calls, like 1 possession, like something broke the wrong way where it's like, oh, that was an anomaly.
Does every franchise have their version of the Nola no call? Because that is still probably the most painful fan experience I think I've ever had in my entire life, is to lose a Super Bowl based on
And I
feel like the
game.
Bears ones
lose
are
a
always
trip to the Super Bowl. There,
self-inflicted.
Che. Excuse me. Okay.
Would they have
did
won
you
that
say?
Super Bowl?
Who ended up winning that year? I don't know.
Patriots.
Patriots.
Yeah.
It was
Low
like
scoring
9-6.
Yeah.
I remember I went like skiing that next week, and every casual person that you interacted with and you heard from Louisiana, they would be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Like it was like somebody had died. That's how extreme it was. Anyway, wow, how did we even get here? Oh, the bad luck. Also, I don't know if I want more stats.
No?
I think we have entirely too many stats nowadays, dude.
I
the
like
amount of
stats.
stats are out
Stats
of
are fun to
control,
look
dude.
at.
I like that stat because there's not a formula attached. When like the baseball stats are like X waba,
With a
spin
plus
rate.
minus.
No,
kind of, I
one,
need
I
something.
can understand 1 possession loss.
Tangible.
It'll be easier just to cope.
Yeah, you can make yourself feel better.
Yeah.
For sure.
We're right there.
All right, Nick, you had another conversation starter here.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, sorry, I forgot about Chase Supreme Day. All right, Che, what you got?
Marcus Mariota, Teddy Bridgewater, Mason Rudolph. These are all guys the last couple weeks that have come into a game and really, as a fan, puts a damper on it. Your starting quarterback gets hurt, and now you got to watch this guy who probably didn't get a lot of practice reps, is a backup, come in and try and lead the team to a win. I think to make games more exciting, if your starting quarterback, which is obviously the most important position, not only in football but in sports, if your starting quarterback gets legitimately hurt, to improve the viewing experience, the defense has to play with 10 guys the rest of the game. I think this makes it way more fun.
I still don't think that'll help some of these guys.
It's so crazy
yeah.
though, because these guys are top 50 quarterbacks in the world.
Yeah.
And just can't do it.
Yeah. No, I mean, quarterback's a weird job where if you think about the mental and physical skill set it takes to be successful, like how many fan bases are happy with their quarterback? 12? Is
Yeah.
that being too generous even?
Yeah, like 15. Like, yeah, I mean, this is tough, and he's getting crushed for this.
Hell yeah, dude.
One less guy would help
Hey,
that.
that's a successful.
That's just an incomplete pass.
It's just an incomplete pass. I mean, this is tough. This is prime time. This is Sunday Night Football. Teddy Bridgewater had no shot on
Also,
Sunday
the
night.
Rams D line is nasty.
Yeah, but imagine with just 10 guys.
Was that kind of smooth though?
It was. I am probably the biggest Teddy Bridgewater guy. We used to have insane debates, me versus White Sox Dave. I still think Teddy Bridgewater's got something.
Watch him Sunday night. He doesn't have
on that
much.
one.
During the Saints, it might have been 2018. One of those good Saints years. Teddy Bridgewater came in, went 6-0 as a starter.
Yeah, there you go.
Teddy's the man.
He
Teddy's a good player.
underhanded that so far.
Yeah, but I hope
That's a good
Look
play.
how tight the spiral was.
That's a good play.
I hope this never leaves. Look at the entertainment this is giving us. You know,
Yes.
that doesn't just belong to Toledo Bowling Green. Like anyone can do that.
Yeah.
You just want to clone Teddy Bridgewater as well?
Yeah,
Chip
yes,
Kelly.
I do.
Yes.
Please.
Clone Chip and Teddy and put them together forever. All right. Real quick on the Rams, because I don't think we're going to get here, but is it time to start talking about, you know how like we talk about Howie Roseman, like he's just a god and he sees everything ahead of time and like you should never do a deal with him basically, et cetera, et cetera. The Rams currently are the Super Bowl favorite. They have the MVP favorite in Stafford, who's minus 250. They have $94 million in cap space next year, and they have the 11th and 31st pick in the draft. Les Snead, take him out. Also, what happened to F them picks? All of a sudden now you get 2 first-round picks? How does that work?
It's true.
Yeah, the rules don't apply to the Rams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Howie Roseman and Snead, they just do what they want? I don't get it. And then they have like 3 or 4 Pro Bowl caliber defensive linemen, but they're all on rookie contracts? I don't know. I hate them.
They've done a good job the past couple years. They do just trade all their picks, but then their coaches are so good. McVay's almost on another level than every other coach in the NFL right now, because every guy that comes through and is a coordinator for a year gets a job somewhere else at a higher position. So their coaches have just been knocking it out of the park with lower picks usually, and developing them into superstars.
Yeah, so shout out to the Rams. All right, Nick. A couple weeks ago, you talked about an idea that I think would be fantastic for the NFL, that you could only get the number 1 overall pick if you at least win 4 games, sort of like a relegation without relegating team standpoint. You've kind of furthered your ruminations upon the bottom of the NFL.
I may have tempered it.
Okay.
Because I feel like, that may have some teams in the gutter forever. So I think there just needs to be some sort of punishment for doing bad in the NFL. And so I think the team nickname has to change every year based off where you finish in the NFL. So if you come in first, you're the gods. 2 is immortals, 3 legends, and it goes further down the list. And that's your team name for the next year. That's higher jersey sales because it's a new. I see no issue with this.
Oh, the feeling after 3 beers is such a great feeling, dude.
The fans call him the buzz.
Yeah.
That's an inside thing.
The Chicago burnt tongues.
Oh yeah, that's what they would be.
Yeah.
So I think it would be a fun thing. They would announce it in the offseason what the team names will be the next year.
What is
New jerseys, just like they do in soccer. They have new jerseys every year.
every year? What is number 5 here?
Oh, I can't. The thing I said I can't say on FS1.
Okay, I can't say on that. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
it got Bill
I
Clinton
couldn't
in
see it
trouble.
all day. Okay, yeah.
I think I would take a year off if I was Joey sitcom.
Oh yeah, the Joey. Yeah, you can't root for the Joey
Yeah.
sitcom, dude.
Yeah.
Dead Pets is fantastic.
Yeah, and then the Cleveland Browns.
I just picked something else up that fall.
Yeah.
If anybody finishes last, they're then the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
So we could just have 2 bad Cleveland Browns.
well, they'd be the
Right.
Cleveland something else.
Oh,
They'd be the
okay.
Cleveland free pizzas.
So you would be
okay,
the
okay.
Cleveland Browns.
yeah, they would be.
Yes,
Yes.
okay, all
Which
right.
would. Oh my God. Oh.
The Wet Sox is fantastic. Oh, prom day pimples.
So Tennessee Cleveland Browns right now.
That's who they would be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
that's right.
The up and comers, 50. The
Dude,
Richard
a
Gere.
farts. Yeah, Richard Gere's the most average dude. His movies are okay.
They're okay. He's perfectly average rom-com lead.
Yeah,
Beautiful white hair though.
Yeah, stunning. Yeah, so I thought that would be a fun twist. You still get to rep your city, different jerseys every year. Why not?
I'm a bit surprised, as Jeremy points out in my ear, that free pizzas is all the way down at 13. Free pizza does appear to be one of life's great pleasures, no?
Slices are always small. You don't get to choose the pizza, T-Bob.
That's true. You end up maybe with some crappy...
Obviously.
And then you always get mad at somebody for taking too many. 3 slices on your first trip up?
Come on.
You can't do that.
13. I've thought about this. Don't critique.
Do y'all eat the Shawshank Redemption at 12? That's like everybody's favorite movie ever. That doesn't get higher?
It's the highest movie on there.
What is Golden Boys?
I don't know, just like a golden boy.
Also,
Just like a typical golden boy, I suppose.
I think most people, Shawshank is like the most rewatched movie. 12 gets you in the playoffs. I think most fans would sign up to
I'd
just
sign up,
rewatch a
yeah.
playoff season every year.
Yeah, that's true. Okay,
Yeah.
fair. Very fair. Very fair. Blue Shells is great. Obviously, the gods got to watch out for Blue Shells.
Oh, yeah.
If they meet up in the playoffs,
Don't
they
wanna
could
see
be
the
in
Blue
some
Shells in the
serious
playoffs.
trouble. Attempters.
Prom day pimples was good.
It's brutal.
Because those guys probably stuck around and like they were excited, but then they
Yeah.
fell off.
No, I had one. It was a bummer.
Yeah, really.
But I didn't have a date either. Didn't go to prom.
They have lessons to blow.
That was in Dead Minds.
Yeah.
Can you explain the Game of Thrones one?
Game of Thrones season 8ers. It's kind of like the 49ers.
God, I was really with Thrones all the way until the last episode. too.
What a way to destroy a property.
Unreal.
It was in the cultural zeitgeist and now an afterthought.
It's never talked about anymore. And if you ever go on like any other Reddit, it's just still people complaining.
Bitter.
Just still bitter and yelling. Even though, hey, Dunkin' Egg. You ever read Dunkin' Egg?
I've completely no.
Oh, bro, Dunkin'
I
Egg's
want
gonna
no
be pretty
more of
good,
Game of
brother.
Thrones. I'm very bitter.
No, it's gonna be pretty good, I'm telling you. By the way, I may or may not have been mining copper veins in the Tears Fall Glades last night.
Really?
The little undead warrior.
You boys have any takes on this?
I have not a.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And the producers are mad that I'm talking about World of Warcraft again. But hey, guys, the anniversary realms are out. Okay. Nick, excellent job there.
Thanks.
Excellent job. They're saying actually talking about WoW is better than the Panthers. Come on now, dude. We had Carolina Mike on. Coming up next, put up or shut up. Plus, we will rank all of the best rivalries in college football. Wake up, Barstool. Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. It is Rivalry Week in college football. What a time to be alive. We get to eat delicious food, be surrounded by our loved ones, drink whatever drinks you enjoy, hopefully with ice, and we get to watch incredible amounts of college football this weekend. And so let's do something here, guys. I want to enter the writer's room, okay? I want to do a little group think here. We have put up all the rivalry games from this weekend, and we're going to rank them 1 through, it looks like 15 or 16. This is kind of extreme. This is a lot. Or we could just go top 10 here. All right. I'm just going to kick things off here, propose this to the room. Is there any argument against Ohio State, Michigan being one?
Now, is this year or all time?
It's got to be all time.
All time.
Okay, because
All
that
time.
matters.
Yeah, it does matter. The all time. All time.
No argument then.
Okay, we good to put that number 1?
Yes.
I mean, if you want to argue Iron Bowl, I think that's the only debate.
I
That's
think
the
Ohio
only-
State, Michigan State.
I'm with you, but that's the only one I'll hear.
I mean, yeah, it's pure hatred.
Yeah.
Ohio State, the fans will wake up at 3 a.m. to tape over the letter M across campus.
I also feel like
that really
is-
sticks it to them.
historically is more even than the Iron Bowl too.
Yeah, that's probably fair because, Bear dominated for years. Saban. Now, Iron Bowl got mentioned a couple of times there. I was already thinking that was locked in as number 2. Are we all in agreement there?
Yes. Yeah, I'm disappointed in you as an SEC guy that you didn't jam it down our throats there.
No, I mean, I recognize the arguments for Ohio State and Michigan, and there's something about Ohio State, Michigan that's a little more like august and like leather and mahogany and like old college football. I don't know exactly what it is.
More fights, flag planting, legislation about the flag planting.
Right. It's a great day to be just a casual viewer.
Neutral.
It's so great
So-
not having a dog in that fight.
Already here, though, guys, this is getting pretty messy. I know what my personal one in my heart would be here, third, but I want somebody else to make a nominee here and we can kick it around.
I'll say, since it's all time, and when I was a kid, there wasn't anything bigger than Florida State. The national championship was always on the line.
it's
You
a
had the
big one.
tomahawk chop. You got the gator chomp. I think Florida State is number 3, but it's hard because it's so bad right now.
That's mine too.
Really?
Yeah, that was mine too.
So it's interesting, because that's an outside perspective. Cheah, do you have any? Do you care about any of this at all?
I'm surprised the civil conflict is not on there. UCF versus UConn.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, how could it not?
That would have been my one.
Yeah. I was gonna say the Egg Bowl, but it's kind of largely irrelevant to the national scene, but I just love watching it every Thanksgiving.
Does it need a better name?
No, that's
like
why
the
it's
name.
so great.
You like Egg Bowl?
Hell
Yeah.
yes, dude. It's so stupid. Also, like, it's so appropriate because, again, it has no national. It's the opposite of Florida State.
Yeah.
It's never had any national relevance.
Yeah, you're right. It's actually perfect. You got 1-0. You got it's the Egg Bowl rocks.
Yes.
And it's Thanksgiving, deviled eggs. All right, what are we doing? Egg Bowl or Florida State?
I think Florida State.
Yeah, me too.
I guess this is an outsider, but
All right, Florida State.
All right.
I'm going Egg Bowl 4, though.
That's fair.
Is anybody mad at that?
No, that's your SEC bias showing through.
Yeah,
I-
you can have your SEC bias.
I
I
know
like
what you're looking
A&M
at.
against Texas better too.
I knew that's what you'd say.
Yeah.
So you're just an elitist.
Yeah,
You're just a college football oligarch.
The games matter.
You think the Notre Dame fans and elitists? Bite your tongue, Bob.
I got a problem with this list, though.
No, wait,
I
hold
got
on.
a
I'm
problem
not.
with this
A&M in
list.
Texas hasn't. They stopped playing for like a decade.
So
or
did
something.
the Iron Bowl. It was off for 60 years or
No, I'm done. No. We're going Egg Bowl. I'm going Egg Bowl 4. I can't.
Well, okay.
Wait. Okay. Now.
Oh, now there's 6.
6.
Hold
Make it
on.
7.
Wait. I got it, guys. Okay. We're doing it live.
T-Bob
Hey, he
versus
told me the
Tech.
fix. All right. And then Texas A&M 5. You said?
Yeah.
Or Oregon, Washington.
No, we're not. No, that's
no.
off the board.
That
It's
is
the
off
Apple
the board.
Cup. Yeah,
It should be Washington
Yes.
State
Yeah.
Apple Cup.
off the board.
Wait.
Draw a line through it.
Unranked?
Yeah, I know. I know
I get
games this
it.
week, but like, if we're talking the best of the rest, like I want the Apple Cup. Respect for the
Thank you.
justice for Wazoo.
Erasure.
Thank you. Yeah.
Iowa, Nebraska? Does that do anything? Georgia Tech?
I like Georgia Tech.
I like Georgia
I
Tech
do
too.
too.
They're having a Wikipedia edit off right now too, where the fans are editing the other team's Wikipedia.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love that.
I know it's similar to the Egg Bowl, but the battle for the old Oaken Bucket, Indiana, Purdue. You got to have a cool trophy name and a cool
Yeah.
trophy, so I kind of give a little bit of props to that one.
Yeah, that's kind of that's Egg Bowl-esque too.
And most years it's like, is one of these teams going to get to 6 wins? So there is something.
That's a little fun
Yeah.
there, yeah.
I like Arizona State. That means a lot to the people in state. I know
Yeah.
they battle.
Does it? I always wonder if
Yeah.
Arizona people care about football.
They do.
They
They
do.
do. They
I don't
care
know
about
if they have
that game.
the capacity mentally to care about
The
any.
Territory Cup.
Sunny again.
Yeah.
I know that Kentucky, Louisville hate each other.
They do.
And that's a
think
pretty
of that as
hapless
a basketball.
matchup.
I always thought
I-
basketball.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair. That's fair.
I think the two people who are most mad at us right now is probably those top two on the right.
Yeah, and it's funny because, problem with Vanderbilt, Tennessee, yeah, it's exciting this year, and they don't like each other, but Tennessee has dominated.
Yeah.
It
Vanderbilt's been
is.
so irrelevant.
Well, look at what we have left. Virginia, Vanderbilt, Northwestern, they're all good schools.
I would put
you
Iowa.
can't have an academic.
Yeah.
It's tough to have.
Iowa, Nebraska, I feel like should be next.
Yeah, and then I think Virginia could round out this
Probably.
I'm
list.
good with that.
Yeah.
And is that our top 10?
Northwestern Illinois.
Yeah, as
no one
someone who
cares.
lives here, no one cares.
Like no one even cares here, you're
no.
saying.
Won't watch.
No.
Okay.
Is there a name for that one?
Maybe.
What about Wisconsin? No love for Wisconsin, Minnesota. Is that not this weekend or no?
Oh, the battle for Paul Bunyan's axe?
Yeah, that's a
Oh, that's true. That's a great one.
Yeah.
mission.
Did y'all see the, I feel like if y'all missed this, you would love it. Did you see, how Stanford and Cal, do y'all know what they do after the game where the winner gets the axe? Did y'all see the nerds staring each other down?
Oh yes, I did
Guys,
see
do
that.
we
That
still
was
have
awesome.
do we still have this?
That
I
was
think
awesome.
Nikki would get a kick out of this. Do we still have that video? Can we show them Stanford Cal? Ends up getting Justin Wilcox fired, which he's been at Cal for 9 years now. Kind of interesting. Cal entering the coaching search fray when a million other schools are. Cheah, do you know who Cal's GM is?
Cal. No, who's Cal?
Ron Rivera.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's in charge of the Cal football program.
Riverboat Ron.
Here, look at this, dude. These are the. This is the vaunted stare down at the end of the game where the winner gets to claim possession over the Axe Trophy.
This is mathletes.
And look at 74. Look how terrified Cal gets of 74 coming in there. The big ogre.
How do you win this?
You win the game.
Oh, okay, but
And then they do this stare down thing where they have to hand the trophy off to the other team. I don't know how you get to be in the crew there.
That's awesome.
that is awesome.
That's college football, guys. And there's your top 10. Hey, since we figured out production, Connor, go ahead and make a graphic. Let's get that out there. Coming up next, we got Rico Bosco talking a little college basketball. There he is. Looking good, Rico. Yeah, baby.
Calvin Johnson and Rico.
Oh, yeah. Hell of a guest list. Look at him.
I'm dumb. I'm a dumb man.
I didn't know that's what adds the flavor. The Japanese marble?
I think so.
I know.
it does.
Good looking out. I was doing like a cold conversation. Come
Look
back
behind
from
the
break
curtains.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool here on FS1. It's time, we do it every single week at this time. It's time to talk some college hoops with our noted college hoop expert, Alabama booster, Rico Bosco. Rico, what's up, brother? How we doing today?
Good. You got to clarify expert. You just got to put diehard, because if you put expert and then you lose 3 in a row, you get in trouble. You know
That's fair. Okay, diehard,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
And look, me with college basketball, I'm looking forward to doing this show, getting into it more, learning to love it more. But it still means that I'm definitely a bit of a layman when it comes to all of this, especially at this time of year where we're going to be so football centric. Feast week is underway. Could you give me some context? Explain why this is so much fun this entire week if you're a big college basketball fan.
Yeah, I think it's just you look at the ridiculousness of it going back to when I was a kid. The biggest tournament back then was the Great Alaskan Shootout. I don't know why they decided. I guess college basketball coaches just kind of want to be on the road or go to random places. But then you look at Maui, and how affectionately Titus talks about that and how much fun it is to watch that gym. 99% positive they clear those gyms out after each game. You can buy tickets to multiple, but they clear it out after each game. There's so few amount of people. Yeah, I mean, it's not the best field this year, and it definitely took a hit last night with Texas losing and NC State losing. But Feast Week, I mean, you're losing games, as gamblers and guys being interested in games. You're losing games when most people are taking their lunch break in the cubicles. The St. John's beat yesterday where Iowa State beat St. John's covered. People are eating dinner or they're on their commute home. That's when most of the games are supposed to start. You're getting your lungs ripped out. There's bowl rooms. There's, Steve Pearl talked about it too. These things are difficult that you finished last night. You got to do the prep for the game today. You got to figure out where you're walking through in a hotel conference room. You got to wash the uniforms. You got to do a scout. Like, it's crazy. It's true chaos, and it's insane games, and it just gives you something to watch all day if you're a casual. Who doesn't want to watch something during the day?
True. Very fair. Now, what about some of the drama for the kind of noted college basketball junkies right now going on with the Players Era tournament? Kelvin Sampson had a very interesting quote talking about it, where I know as we were talking off air that you were talking the gym in Vegas has been kind of dead feeling despite the fact that they have these premier teams playing in the Players Era tournament. And here's what Sampson said. He said, they're giving us $1 million. That's why we're there. And I would say that's why all the teams are there. We didn't sign up for this to have a tournament where we could play each other. We signed up for this because they're giving us $1 million. If they decided to put a court down at some vacant lot and they'd give us $1 million, I'd go play there too. Your reaction?
Yeah, credit to him calling it like it is. I mean, this is what motivates. The game has changed. NIL moves the needle for players. You look at the kid going to BYU, like, who thought BYU would have had the money? People are going to go where there's money. So these tournaments are going to be driven. They did a good job organizing it. They got a lot of great teams in it. The format is kind of weird that it's, points allowed and then tiebreakers in terms of point differential and stuff like that, which is kind of crazy. I know Riggs is on the side I'm on as well. Just kind of give us a bracket.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I said, yeah, just do a tournament. That's crazy.
Just do a tournament. Yeah, it's very, so Houston wins one yesterday, but and Iowa State has a great win yesterday. Their point differential might not put them in the championship game. It's very, very bizarre. The attendance has been awful. It's in Vegas in the middle of the week. But again, it gives us something with this. I'm going to watch it, but credit to Sampson. This is why guys want to go play. This is what guys want to go play for. It's a bragging rights type of thing. $1 million on the line for their NIL for the kids' pockets. Who's not going to want to play that? You saw what moved the needle in the past couple of weeks. Internet Invitational, a lot of money on the line.
Yeah.
We've done stuff here at Barstool. Like, what moves the needle? Money on the line. That's how it's always going to go. So credit to Sampson for calling it like it is.
As a guy who hasn't watched a ton because it's football season, Rico, what can I say about the Fighting Illini at Thanksgiving?
Dude, they're unbelievable. I really took away from that. I know Bama won that game. They were still getting the big guy back. He played, but those 2 7-footers are really, really good. Stojakovic is really, really good. I like their length. I like Underwood. I like their tenacity. They're I think Illinois will be right there. Now, again, the thing I keep telling people, it's the same with Alabama, which I'm sure we'll get to. Took a tough loss last night to Gonzaga. By the way, anybody on this show give out Gonzaga at 45-1 a couple of weeks ago?
I did not.
I might have.
I think
I did. Yeah.
I think Rico did.
Top 3 in Ken Palm. They're a very, very good team. But anyway, Illinois is going to take 5 or 6 losses in the Big Ten. And that, again, that's a good thing. These conferences have now become super conferences. They're so loaded. You're going to take 5 or 6 and still be really, really good. I think Illinois is right there. Was very, very impressed with what I saw from them.
So you mentioned Alabama falling to Gonzaga last night there, Rico. And again, credit to Gonzaga. Very good team, as you pointed out a couple weeks ago. Are you at all concerned about Alabama sitting here at 3-2? Or kind of what you just said, is this just kind of the nature of the college basketball beast at this point?
Yeah, I think you're always concerned a little bit about the front court. Cheryl is supposed to be a guy who takes a little bit of a leap. Bull Bowen didn't do much last night. I love the kid Bristow, the kid 10, if you're watching the highlights. He was a great impact. Was absent for pieces of time last night. Took a leap in that Illinois game. So, yeah, you always worry about the front court. But as it comes down to it, lost by 10 and gave up that 11-0 run late and missed a ton of free throws. So, again, still right there. Front court for Alabama, definitely a concern. Shot like crap last night. But right there, this is what you're going to do. The SEC, they're going to take losses. SEC loaded conference. But Gonzaga is very good. That's the takeaway I get from this. Just very deep, very old. Going back to EK at Wyoming, I downloaded the Mountain West app just to watch him. Used to tell my brother, you got to watch this kid. Footwork like a ballroom dancer. He's an unbelievable player. So, and they get Foster, who used to be at Kansas. He's a big-time player now. They're just very, very good. Old. Guards are taking a leap. Gonzaga, very, very good.
What's kind of the outlook here? Rank the Power 5 conferences of how good they are this year so far, or what you're expecting?
Yeah, probably SEC, Big 10, Big 12. Am I missing one? Big East, I'm waiting to go last. Yeah, Big East last.
Yeah.
Big East last.
ACC's 4.
ACC, anything?
Oh, yeah. ACC, Louisville. Carolina's going to be okay. Wake is Duke, obviously. Clemson taking a little bit of a leap. Yeah, ACC 4 above the Big East.
Okay.
How is Carolina only going to be okay? I don't know. It's not it feels weird. My childhood.
Is Syracuse with Carmelo's kid a tournament type team?
They can be. Yeah. They also, so the thing last night, they went toe to toe with Houston without Freeman, who's got 18 a game, 17.8 a game. And they also had 38 points in the paint. Now, I like Houston today. I know it's Tennessee. It's that rematch from the Elite Eight when they absolutely crushed them. But if I know one thing about Sampson, again, he's a tough dude, and you give up 38 in the paint and a lot of second chance points. I think the Houston guys, they're also built. They're dudes. They're ready to go again tomorrow. And not to say anything away from Tennessee. They got a great player, too, in that freshman, Ament. But I really like Houston here on a bounce back. Just when you challenge Houston's toughness, you see more tough, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's very Kelvin Sampson. Speaking of coaches, Chris Caputo of George Washington was in the news as he had a soundbite talking about the need for tournament expansion. Let's listen to it, Rico, and then I want your reaction to what Coach Caputo had to say.
I think I'm for expansion because I don't think they're going to go away from this metric. So, and if they're freezing you out of the opportunities, the only way to get more teams from a league like ours, which has traditionally been a multi-bid league team, the teams win games. I always use that example of when I was at George Mason, we get 2 at-large bids. We go to the Final Four and win a game in the tournament in the first round. Those teams would not be in this environment. And it's all because of a metric. It has nothing to do with the games or the teams or anything. And so I'm for expansion, and I have a lot of media friends that are not for expansion. I get it, but I don't see how you couldn't be for expansion when they basically they moved the goalpost on what it would take to get in these for teams outside of those power leagues. There's 20 teams in the Big Ten or whatever it is. Like, they just freeze you out.
Yeah, so as he's getting at there, Rico, kind of saying that these major power conferences now don't want to schedule the big majors, and it's creating a lack of opportunity where they no longer able to build the resumes to get in. Agree or disagree?
1,000% agree. I mean, this is going back to even now. Gonzaga's not a mid-major. People, they're the top of the mid-majors if they've now elevated themselves into their own standalone power-type team. But if you look at Calipari wouldn't go play Gonzaga at Gonzaga when they did in the true arena, in the kennel, when they did the home and home. Like, that's just how it goes. You got to look like why for some of these big conferences, it's very hard for them to ever get a home and home. Like, Caputo's never going to get a home and home. He's got a good George Washington team. They get up and down the floor. Now, is he a friend? Did he send a beautiful white sweatsuit? 1,000%. But it's true. Like, if you look, like, so they played USF, who Brian Hodgson's an unbelievable coach on the leap. He was at Arkansas State for the last 2. He used to be a Bama assistant. He's an unbelievable guy. He rotates those programs. They went and played those guys. Brian's getting games against Alabama because he used to be on their staff. Like, that's and Oates is like, all right, I'll keep it in the family and throw you a game. But Caputo's not going to get in a game. And then the worst thing some of these teams can do is go beat somebody. If Caputo went and beat Pitt at Pitt, they're like, now he's on the X list. Like, why am I going to take that? I'm not rolling the dice. And the thing too that they won't say, like, I guess, credit to Caputo and some of these other guys that won't air people out. They'll go play them anywhere. They don't want, like, it's not a home and home. They're not begging for a home and home. They're just looking for opportunities in the top 100. Hey, we'll go play at you. Yeah, we want a marquee win. We want a marquee game. You can't even get a marquee game, So, like, it's very tough. Now, the expansion, again, is hard, but if these guys are getting boxed out, like, I feel their pain. I feel their pain. A lot of these Power 5 teams will not play them.
What's he expand to what? What's the number? Because like the 64 after the play-ins are done is like, it's perfect. It fits. Like
it is. It's perfect. I really worry about the timing schedule. I worry about the days carrying over and just even the time slots. Like, you got 4 going. I warned. Like, there's a lot of debates now with too many TVs and too much going on. Like, if you had 6 going at once, does that turn off the casual viewer? Is that like, you know what? It's a little too much. I don't know. I mean, it's Chief. It's all things to consider. I could see 4 more. I'm okay with like 4 more play-ins, and truthfully get all those teams to play in. Make the 16s automatic. I hate the 16s playing in because, again, you look back at Purdue when FDU beat them. That was crazy. Why does the number one overall seed as an event not know who they're playing right away?
Yeah, I guess that's kind of that's
and I also have a big problem with if you win your conference as a 16, that's great. You cut down the nets, and that's unbelievable. And we made the NCAA tournament. Well, hold on a second. You got to go play in on a different network at 8:00 at night or 9:30 at night to then get into the tournament. Like, I kind of hate that too. You won your conference. You're a 1-bid league. That's the whole thing. Get a shot at the big boy, and that's the way it's going to go.
I can get around to 72. Initially, when they were about to play that clip, I was like, I don't want any more expansion. I think
we would go to 128.
Yeah, like we're on the same page with that.
Yeah, I mean that's.
But he's right though. I kind of agree with him. I do miss the 2 or 3 bid Missouri Valley. Like that was fun, and it sucks that these teams aren't getting these bids like that anymore. It really does.
And these conferences are great. The Mountain West is always very good. I know they haven't had great success in the tournament, other than San Diego State making that championship game a couple years ago. Mountain West is very good. The A-10 used to be really good. You talk about St. Joe's back in 2004. They were the number 1 overall seed,
Temple,
I'm pretty sure.
Temple had a 20-year run.
Yeah, Dayton. What are some other? Missouri Valley you talked about. Yep. The CAA, different Conference USA. Yeah. There's a lot of different things where you can go.
Loyola was in that group for a bit. Yeah, Wichita State. So then what's the answer
Valley
then?
Got like 5 back in the day.
What's the Rico Bosco solution?
Yeah, is there a way? Yeah, is it because if you don't want to expand too much, is it a way of just changing the metrics or how we view these teams?
No. He's in a tough spot. They got to get opportunities against big-time teams, and I don't know if they will, because there's not a lot of advantage to UConn having George Washington come to them. And there are coaches who don't turn it away, but they got to get to a super thing. Like, credit to Musselman. He credited one of his assistants back when they made the tournament, and he was like, I think North Texas won a game. It was the year that 15 won a game. They all Arkansas played all those teams in the non-conference to elevate it, but not everybody's willing to do that. You also got to look like if you're fighting, your job is to get in the tournament.
Yeah.
If you come into the preseason and you're 40 or 45 in the preseason ratings, where it's like, okay, I'm going to be fighting tooth and nail here to go get an at-large bid. I'm probably not going to win my conference. I could run through the tournament, maybe get a miracle, but I got to get an at-large bid. You got to get to a certain number of wins. Like, I got to get to 23 in the regular season, 24. Mm-hmm. Am I going to do that with a war against George Washington or going to play, Wagner and take a bye game win? And the other thing, to the little secret too, is how do you know somebody's taller than somebody? Or how do you know somebody's better looking? You put them next to each other. The tough part is if Oregon State and George Washington are fighting for a bid and they played that year, the head-to-head probably tells you, yeah, we're going to lean George Washington. It's better for them to just leave it to the mystique. Our metrics, and we're a better conference, and this and that. Like, pound the little guy. You go get on a court and play with them, and they beat you. Tough spot.
I got an idea. What if we talked about this tournament, there's $1 million prize? Maybe this is an opportunity for the NIT. So the NIT has, I don't know, let's make it a $30 million prize, and it's like you're one of these bubble teams. You're from a power conference, and it's like you can be a 12 seed in the NCAA tournament, or you can go play in this for a shot at $30 million.
Would you watch the NIT?
I think if there was money on the line and you had some good teams, that used to be a thing where the teams would opt into the NIT instead of the NCAA tournament. It was like 60 years ago. But could you elevate a secondary tournament where if you're a George Mason or you're one of these other teams where it's like, you know what, we're just going to go play for the money?
I think the Crown has done a great job with that. For sure.
Yeah, it's true. I think you could do maybe like some scheduling requirements, potentially to just force their hand, but we'll see. Rico, Thanksgiving week, what are we thankful for as we let you go?
Thankful for 3-pointers. Thankful for buzzer beaters. Thankful for football. Thankful for all you guys. Also, too, if you're looking, giving season, Cal Baptist tonight, -7.5. This team attacks the offensive glass like a jewelry thief robbing a store, okay? They're going in, they're getting after it against San Diego, and I like Houston on that bounce back -3.5.
Cal Baptist -7 and Houston -3.5. Rico Bosco, you're the best. Thank you, man.
Take it easy.
Rico.
All right, close out the show next here on FS1. It's a little happy little song, isn't it? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool on FS1, guys. It's Thanksgiving. The vibes are high. This is a week where we should all reflect on things that we are grateful for, right? That we're really happy for. I think that gratitude is kind of one of the core tenets. If you're talking about creating work ethic, doing the right things, whatever. If you always do what you're thankful for, and you want to honor that thing. So let's turn to the sporting world then. Boys, what are we thankful for in sports right now?
T-Bob, about 360-something days ago, I watched Matt Eberflus clock manage a game in possibly the worst fashion I've ever seen in my life. So I'm very thankful Ben Johnson is here, and I won't have to watch it again.
How could you not be? 8-3, badass post-game speeches in the locker room, talking about next man up mentality. Clearly, y'all are in such a good spot. Not only do you have all the young skill core, but you have a young coach and a young quarterback that you can believe in. Is that actually the best spot to be as an NFL fan? It could also go awry.
Hope.
But yeah, you have actual hope. Legitimate hope.
By far.
Not a fool's hope.
Big games in December.
Chief, you have a lot to be thankful for.
Everything's going great, I got to say. My life is really good. So, yeah, Ben Johnson for sure. Marcus Freeman for sure. I'll say Connor Bedard will stay local. The Blackhawks have a superstar. I think after the calendar turns, people will start paying attention. But he's become one of the top 5 players in the league right now. I'm a hockey guy. It's been great.
Look at you. Cubbies made the playoffs. Blackhawks are good. The Bears are good. Everything's coming up Chicago. Nikki, can the same be said for your team?
No, T-Bob, I have nothing. Let's move on. No, the Steelers are the Marvin Lewis Bengals.
Dude, it's grim. They've lost all of that. I'm sorry.
No. No, I'm punting on Thanksgiving.
Cheah, what about you? What are you thankful for?
The primetime games have been a lot of stinkers recently, but I am thankful for an awesome Thanksgiving Day football slate. So we have Packers-Lions. Lions favored by 2.5. Over-under is the lowest of the day at 48.5. We got Chiefs-Cowboys in Dallas. All those games in Dallas have been shootouts. The over-under on that is 52.5. Chiefs favored by 3. And then the night game looks like Joe Burrow's coming back. Bengals at Ravens. The over-under for that game is 52.5 as well. So we could see a lot of points on Thursday.
Yeah, I mean, that's really where I'm going because I'm kind of like you, Nikki. Like, all my teams are just god-awful right now.
I'm to the point where I'm rooting for everybody else to kind of be with me.
Yeah. Yeah, misery loves company,
We're
dude.
never happy, though.
Yeah. I don't care.
Okay. All right.
No. You guys deserve it.
Do
Be
they?
thankful about your crappy division.
Yeah.
Hey, whoa, time out.
Yeah,
No,
that's big. That's
no.
big.
I'm glad you brought this up again, though, because you see what you're standing in right now, Eddie?
What's that?
It's a glass house. We talked about the run of quarterbacks
Let
that
us
y'all have
throw
played.
stones.
No, we talked about the run of quarterbacks that the Bears have
Be
played.
thankful for your schedule.
Yeah, let's just all be, y'all can both be thankful.
Are there any other
okay?
divisions the Bucs are winning in the NFL?
Ooh,
No, there's not, brother.
probably not. Yeah, AFC South you could even say because the Colts have been really
the Colts
good.
are too good.
Yeah, probably not.
That was big of you.
Yeah. Realist.
I just need to.
Okay, but you need to be
Anytime I can
thankful
smear
for
his face
you
in
need
it,
to be
I'm
thankful for the run of quarterbacks. That
All you have to
played.
do is be patient, unless things go bad for you.
Yeah, you might have his day. You might have his day.
I am thankful to go. I'm so again. All my teams suck. I'm thankful for Derek Queen though, the young Pelican. He's awesome, big fan. But I'm thankful to go full Rob Lowe college football version this weekend. Like I'm super excited for Thanksgiving games, Friday games. All the NFL games are going to be great. But this Black Friday, I am going to be locked in with a generic college football hat on, watching the Egg Bowl, watching A&M and Texas do battle, just watching all of Rivalry Weekend. It's going to be fantastic. Like I remember exactly where I was in that post-Thanksgiving haze watching that Georgia Tech battle last weekend, and that's going to be all this Thursday and Fridays. And we have no work.
Yeah.
The best.
Wow.
Best time for Thanksgiving dinner.
I feel bad for Nick. I mean, you can't even really eat on Thanksgiving, too.
I can have turkey.
Yeah.
And potatoes. Just no stuffing.
Oh, no stuffing's brutal. I'm going to go I like a 2 p.m. Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah, a little mid-afternoon. Everybody sit down, eat, and then you get to just snack for the rest of the night.
He gets a lot of flack, but I think Brandon Walker is doing it right. 11 a.m. I think is a great time for Thanksgiving because it's right before the games start. You're going to have full dinner and then roll right into the Lions.
Oh, Lions started 11:30.
Noon this year.
Oh, they backed it up?
Noon Central.
That's
Okay.
great.
Okay.
Maybe 11's the play. Good luck getting that bird ready by 11, though. You have to wake up early. All right, guys, we love you. Thank you so much, boys. Happy Thanksgiving, and we'll be back more Wake Up tomorrow.